This is where I need to go. Bye, PCT. We love you.
Gosh, why am I sad?
I don't know. It's so sad. I'm like gonna cry. Oh.
I love that. I love that trail.
I know. It's such a good little trail.
Such a good trail.
Oh. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, I
Can't-
feel like I'm completely out of my element.
I know. I'm like, why are we? Da, 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 da. Oh, no. Yeah. Not cookie dough at all. Look at it out there. The trip. Whoa. It's not too bad. That might be a better place. I don't understand those things. We hitchin', fam.
I mean, I feel bad, but
Mom is rummaging around in the bear box. Our tents. And yes, you will notice that there is another tent. And yeah, so yeah, he drove in late last night. There he is. Wave, pop. Say hello to YouTube.
That's the,
Don't die. He drove in late last night, and we were just all talking. We must have gone to bed at like maybe 1 o'clock. You know, it's just awesome how God works things out. And then with our ride situation yesterday, he worked that out too, because it's kind of a long story. But we met this guy who wanted us to go in with him on a shuttle down to Lone Pine. And we're like, yeah, sure. You know, because we didn't know how the hitch would be. It was Tuesday, and we'd be coming in the evening. So we weren't sure if a lot of people, we didn't even know what kind of road it was. So we weren't really sure what kind of, you know, if there'd be any people coming at all. Anyways, we were like, yeah, sure, let's do it. And he's like, well, it's $90, which is a lot for a shuttle. I mean, seriously. So, but between the three of us, it would be about 30 a piece. But we're like, whatever, it's fine. You'll get more hikers, we'll be cool. So that's what we thought. So anyways, he called, gave him his card, all that stuff. He got the shuttle, and we were all set to take the shuttle to Lone Pine. And so, and the shuttle was gonna be picking us up at like 7:30, which is late. Because if you think about it, we only had 17 miles when all was said and done. We had about 17 miles that day, and we were probably gonna be getting there at around 4 o'clock. So we'd have to wait for 3 hours, which is not a big deal, but when you're paying $90 for a shuttle, it's a big deal. And yeah, so, but we're like, hey, we'll find more people, it'll be cool. And then we'd probably have to stay in the hostel because it would be so much money. So that was kind of an I mean, neither one of us were too pumped about staying in a hostel because we want a good night's sleep. We haven't been sleeping the greatest on the trail. You know how that goes. We were hoping he'd get more people, but he kept asking a bunch of other hikers, and they were turning him down because it's too much money. Who wants to pay that much money when you could probably just get a hitch? So things are kind of looking dim. He left, and we're just kind of sitting there, like thinking about it. And we're like, well, maybe it'll work out. Around lunchtime, though, we were both kind of like, because I read somewhere before my phone died, I was reading on the PCT app that there was this ranch that used to come up to the campground, which is about 1.5 miles off the trail, and they would pick up hikers for free and then take them down to Lone Pine. And they're a trail angel, but they stopped doing that because you know, the PCT hiker would be like, hey, you know, come give me a ride, like I want to go to Lone Pine. They're like, okay, sure. They drive up there, you know, get about, and they live a long distance away too, you know, it's like a 45-minute drive for them. So they'd be almost there, and then they get a call saying, oh, by the way, sorry, like I got another ride. And so they stopped doing it because it was just a pain. Like that's terrible to do something like that to somebody, especially if it's free. And they're doing it out of the goodness of their heart. I was reading that and I'm like, well, it sounds like it's pretty easy to get a hitch if they, you know, just decide to accept this offer and they're not even trying, because if they know they have a ride, they're not going to put their thumb out, you know. So I'm assuming they're just being asked. So we're like, well, that sounds like a sure thing. It might be easy. What if we're sitting there in the campground and somebody's like, hey, you want to ride? Well, we have a $90 shuttle coming. So it's just, it was not an ideal situation, but we were just hoping it would work. So we get down there. It's 4 o'clock, you know, and it's what is that? An oven mitt? Is that an oven mitt?
No.
Where did you get that?
I don't know what it is, but I think it's a pillowcase. my pillow, and
your towel?
Since it's holly, I got the Christmas towel to go with it.
There you go. At least you're matching. Yeah. So we weren't sure what to do, and then so we got down there. It was like 4 o'clock, and we're like, okay. And all these cars went by, and we're like, they're all going really slow too, because the speed limit in there is like 25. And so we're like, oh my gosh, we could probably have just gotten a ride. And so we're like, okay, you know what? Screw it. We're gonna get a ride. We're gonna hitch. We're gonna ditch this man. We're just gonna, you know, it's okay. It's fine. We'll probably be able to cancel. So we're sitting there, you know, sticking our thumb out. I got my bandana that says, like, you know, PCT hiker to town. Cars are going by and nobody's really picking us up. They look like they're full because there's another trail that comes down. It's called Trail Pass. That's what most people do, so they can get that chunk out of the way and they can just go up and do what they need to do. But, well, we didn't care, so we went down early. So anyways, they looked like they were pretty full. They already had backpackers, and then so Mom's feeling bad about this. She's like, I don't want to leave this guy. This isn't me. Like, we should just go through with it. We just gotta bite the bullet. And as she's talking, who should come walking down the road but our dude, Redworm. He was the guy who arranged for the shuttle. He's walking down the road and we're like, uh-oh, we've been caught trying to hitch. And he's like, you know what? He's like, there's a lot of cars. If we could get a ride, I'm sure that I could cancel the shuttle. And I'm like, okay, like this is looking up. But we had to get we still had to get a ride. And so we get to the campground and we're hanging out. Moments later, as we're sitting there, this guy pulls up and he's like, you guys want to ride into Lone Pine? And we're like, yes, let's do it. Let's get down to Lone Pine. So we're driving down, and then once he gets service, Redworm calls his the shuttle guy, and my mom and I are holding our breath. We're like, oh my gosh, because what if we still have to pay the $90? What if the cancellation, that's the cancellation fee? What if he's like, you know, there's so many things. And then we hear him say like, oh, $20, and we're like, thank you. And so we gave him 10, and it all worked out. We got down to Lone Pine. We got the cutest hotel, and we just stayed there for a couple nights. And then my dad got there yesterday night, and yeah, it worked out. I mean, God has been through this thing the whole time. I mean, he's just been, it's just crazy to me. I mean, he's been here the whole time, not left us once, even if we doubt, like, even if we're like, here we are in this gorgeous camp, it all worked out, we're all happy about it. I was a little bit like, I want to do it. Last night I'm like, we're doing Whitney or nothing at all.
Whitney or bust.
Yeah, Whitney or bust. But today I'm like, you know what? It's a 14er. It's a little bit taller than the mountains back home. We'll just climb 14ers back home. And I have 20 plus years I can do Whitney. It's not like I go home to Colorado and I'm like, we didn't do Whitney, boo-hoo, like we failed life, you know? I mean, we have the option, so I just think that's awesome. Anyways, so looks like Mom's getting ready for bed. You know, 7 o'clock rolls around and it's time to start hitting the hay. But yeah, it's good to have everybody back, and soon, you know, in a couple days we'll be in Georgia and everybody will be back and it'll be awesome. Our first river crossing.